In 2026, easy access to experimentation tools has lowered the barrier to running A/B tests. Execution is now really cheap, and AI can now generate ideas, build variants, write code, and summarize results in seconds. The competitive edge comes from rigor, transparency, disciplined decision-making, and building a process your team can consistently trust. Hi, I'm Kamel, and welcome back to the Convert YouTube channel, where we talk all things CRO and experimentation. As markets get more competitive and customer journeys stretch across fragmented channels, companies can't rely on instinct or one-off campaigns. That's why in recent years, A/B testing has shifted from a nice-to-have growth tactic to an everyday necessity for marketers. This is what you need to consider when running A/B tests. 1. The Geico effect. Garbage in, garbage out means exactly what it sounds like. If your inputs are weak, your conclusions will be too. In experimentation, weak inputs happen when you build hypotheses on shallow research, messy tracking, or AI outputs that were never validated. For example, if you use AI-generated buyer personas to run experiments instead of studying your real customers, your results may optimize for an audience that doesn't actually exist. 2. Mental models. The way you think about experiments shapes what you learn from them. Mental models guide that thinking by influencing how you frame questions, interpret results, and decide what to do next. The scientific method. This is a structured approach to inquiry that involves forming a hypothesis, predicting outcomes, testing those predictions, and comparing the results against expectations. Feedback loops. This is a system where outputs from one cycle become inputs for the next. This ensures that what you learn from past tests directly influences how you design future tests. Probabilistic thinking. This model involves evaluating outcomes in terms of likelihood rather than certainty. Instead of treating results as absolute truths, this model encourages questions like whether a result might change over time, differ across segments, or be influenced by external factors. Outcomes razor. The principle that when multiple explanations are possible, the one that relies on the fewest assumptions is often preferable. Running simple tests instead of complicated ones makes it easier to understand what drives the result and makes those learnings easier to reuse in future experiments. Second-order thinking. This model extends analysis beyond immediate results to consider longer-term effects. Instead of asking only whether a test has succeeded or failed, this model asks what the outcome implies for future decisions. You should run an A/B test if the following are true. You have a clear decision to make. Run a test when the result will determine what ships, such as choosing between two onboarding flows or pricing structures. You can isolate a meaningful change. Test focus differences, like a use case headline versus a feature-led one, so the outcome clearly reflects user preference. The risk of being wrong is high. If a change could affect revenue, retention, or core user flow, testing reduces the cost of rolling out the wrong decision. A/B testing can slow progress or mislead if the following are true. Traffic is too low to support reliable results. If the page only receives a few hundred visits per month, you'll likely get better insights with qualitative research or expert review. You don't yet understand the core problem. If you're unclear why users drop off or what they need, do some research, session reviews, or user interviews before running tests. The result will not change your decision. If you plan to ship the same version regardless of the outcome, running a test only adds extra work. For the full practical guide, including how to triangulate data for defensible insights, how to choose between A/B, split URL, and multivariate tests, and what features matter most in an experimentation stack in 2026, read How to Conduct an A/B Test in 2026 by Althea Storm on the Convert blog, linked in the description below.